Okay guys, welcome to the part 2 of the bouncing ball. This is what we'll be doing today, making the ball to bounce this way, looking like 3D. This is the choice of colors I want to use. You can use your own choice of color. So this is going to be interesting. As you can see, the ball is like 3D and it's bouncing, and there is stretch and squash. By the time it lands, there is squash, lift, there is stretch. Let's go. Hey guys, you're welcome back to this bouncing ball procedure animation on Adobe Animate. This is the part 2. What we'll be doing is actually giving the ball some flesh and making it softer so it plays nicely. It's good for ball to bounce and looks real. When a ball looks real, it's good to play with. If your ball is already bouncing like this, I hope the ball you did is bouncing like this. All your balls are bouncing. Then let's go. All you need to do is just save as. What I will do now, because this is the first project, so go to file, save as. I have a ball as gradient before. I can save over it, but I won't. For the benefit of new people, it's still add a ball. I'll just put underscore, 2 underscores, and I'll put gradient. Gradient, because that is the major work here. Gradient, and let it be soft. But gradient will say everything of that. Without gradient, even if it's soft, it doesn't really feel soft. So we'll make a gradient feel of the ball, but that will be from the layer, and we go to frame 1 on the layer. Good. You are there. If you are there, go back to the ball, select the ball, double click on it. Remember, we converted this ball to symbol from the part 1. This part 2, we don't need to do that again because we converted it before. So just to move on to color straight, you can go to your color. If you are not there, if you are at this property, just come here. Color is here. You go to color, and you see solid color somewhere here. You select solid color. You have gradient, you have linear gradient. Linear for line form of gradient. Radial, radius, round, things that are round, things that are radial, round things. Use this and select it. Voila. Because I've used this color before, but I can change it. Like if you have not used your animate before, it will look somewhat like this, but all you need to do is to now fill it up with the color of your choice. If yours didn't show like this, just try to come down to this tiny square here. This tiny square, this one and this are the controller, are actually controlling the colors. So if you click on this, click on it. I want a lighter color here. Color. Something like this. Good. I want something like this. And I think I'm okay. From here you can see the way I set it up is this way. I can open this up a bit just to brighten that center, and I think it's alright for this. Maybe softer. Good. So the next thing is to go to move this shining part towards the right top side, like here. I want it to be here. This. So how do you do that? What you do is you use what is called gradient tool. So what you need to do is to come down here, 3 dot down, click, see gradient. Gradient is up there. Drag it, or rather drag it onto the bucket, and yes, I'm good. Once you do that, all you need to do is click on it, click on your object, and you see the setting is there. Drag from the middle, click and drag from the middle, yes, and position it where somewhere there would be nice. So it shows that the light is from this side. All this has the background of a designer. You have to work as if you're a designer. You have to be a designer to be an animator. If you can't design things, then you can't be an animator, because you need to know source of light, the position of the shades, the principles of designs, alignment, rhythm, space, color, many other things, balance. You need to know all those things. Once you know, like what we have now is central alignment, because the ball is at the center, everything is looking centralized. It's even looking pretty already. You can make other colors later, but for the sake of understanding and moving on faster, leave it at this color. And when you are done, you can double click on the white screen. Just double click so you can go back to your timeline. Because remember, when you double click on the object, on the ball, the former timeline is gone, because you are now on a timeline of the ball and the ball's compartment. That's the inside of the ball. And there you did now, the inside of the ball. But to go back to where you will see your floor layer, you double click on the screen, or let's go back again. You look up here, you can see is labeled ADOBE. That's you are in this layer. If you come inside scene 1, it's the same thing. And if you play, all the whole copy and paste keeps the same color, nothing changes, nothing. And you can see how it works, how everything just works well. The next thing is to make it stretch and squash, and if you look at this ball, it's being thrown down, it's bouncing downwards. So downwards means it's going to stretch downward, and when it makes contact, that is when it's going to squash. Shall we go? Let's go. We are almost done. It's simply, that is why you need to be actually attentive and sometimes calculative. You'll be calculating. It's good to have, like, I would say, every frame should have interval of it's either 10, 15 or 20. You need to put that timing in. The timing 10, 20, 15, 30, you need to actually put the timing in so that everything can smoothen out itself. So let's see what happens at frame 5, because we are using frame 10. So at frame 5, you add on the ball layer, frame 5, you add keyframe, not frame. keyframe, and you come to free transform. Free transform, you can stretch it. If you stretch it here, the anchor is actually in your way. Just come up and stretch it up a bit like that, and watch. You see, then at 20, squash that, let it go down and a bit out. You see, when you pull on the right, the left, give its own balance, and that is it. The application is so intelligent that it knows what you are doing, and you can continue like that. So all I need to do really is I can continue that way, but why would you want to be adjusting? Because it's constant. You adjust 5, you adjust 15, you adjust. I think all you need to do is remove from frame 11 to frame 60. So I can come like this, click and drag just once. So click and drag, because if you do it twice, if you do it twice, it will carry and scatter the whole timeline. You can see that way. Undo. When you notice something like that, just undo. Or for a safer workflow, select frame 60, come to frame 11, bam, right click and say remove frames. So you have your first 10, which will make the work easy for you. Like that. Click frame 1, hold shift, click 10, selected, right click, copy frames, frame 20, right click, paste frame, frame 40, right click, paste frame, and our normal frame 1, right click, copy frame, frame 60, go, paste frame, then we can now start to adjust the other one, like frame 15, right click, insert keyframe, stretch it just a bit, frame 35, insert keyframe, stretch it a bit, frame 55, right click, insert keyframe, and stretch it a bit. Save. Okay, let's stretch this one more. Save and play. You can see how soft that looks. This is where we'll stop. Now here we will stop for today. This is the end of part 2. The part 3 is where you can actually now export this into a file, so you can use it on other program, Premiere Pro or After Effects, or on your website. All the formats are there. Thank you.